All right, kids. Peyton decided she was tired, so she went to bed. I'm just gonna get started on a couple things and kind of give you a little bit more look in depth into Troublemaker for what we got kind of going on for the show. And the foreman had an interesting idea for the trophy, so I'll probably just kind of show that, just what she thought. But I got something cool in the mail today. Arco's trying to tell me he's not jealous, but he's jealous. Bam! If you don't know what that is a spare tire carrier for a Roadster. And I've got that other tire out there. So, or the other rim and tire. What I was thinking is I would put this on the back, and I mean, it's not a super race car, but you know, something. Why not? So anyway, Arco's gonna try to tell he's not jealous, but he is. Okay, so the foreman also had some other ideas for us as well. Actually, for me regarding the door. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut the camera off, and I'm gonna do some more door stuff because let's face it, I want to get paint fumes going in here. Why not? Before I do anything else. But I am going to turn on my exhaust fan, open the window, and all that good stuff like you're supposed to, and you know. Anyway, so we've got a little bit of that coming up. So just kind of hang out, and I'll get you back in here real quick. One more thing I want to show you. We did got a little something to put on Clyde. I just added something. I'll just bring it down here. Boom. Shut up and hot rod. Built to drive, not to trailer. Maybe I should drive it. I don't know. All right, so we'll get some of this done. And oh, you know what? I'm going to show you some of the colors that I'm going to use too while I'm at it. Everybody see? You guys good back in the back? Bass players? Yeah, right. Anyway, we have oil rub bronze, maybe. We have America's favorite color, flat black. We have a dark brown. I don't know what color actually. Oh, espresso satin. It's rusty-ish. And then this is gloss, and it happens to be a really unique color, and I haven't tried it before, but I think I'm gonna on the old pile of junk over here. It's actually called Golden Sunset. Probably look good in the kitchen and something, you know. I mean, I don't know. So I'm gonna spray some stuff and some things and all that good business, and then I'll show you that, and then I'm going to kind of give you an idea what's coming up, and you know, maybe I'll try to play with that firewall a little bit. I don't know. Just hang out. Oh, one more thing, in case you didn't know. Oops. This was black, and of course, stainless right here, right? So I went ahead and I did this faux finish. So actually, I think Clyde turned out okay. Hopefully, we'll get something decent-ish on the door. If not, we'll sand it off, dry again. Okay, I made a mess over there. I'm actually really pleased with it. It looks pretty good, and I'm not sure which smells worse, the paint fumes or the lavender. It is an odd mix in here. I've got the exhaust fan going. You might be able to hear it. Right there. Not that one. Yep, right there. So you got the window open and door open and stuff. So, I mean, I do have ventilation happening, which is good, especially with that lavender. Like, anywho, I'm going to take you over there. It's still a little bit wet because I've been spraying stuff and junk everywhere. Well, not everywhere, just on the door. You can see some blue, just as a tip of the hat to the blue door, just because it's everyone's favorite. Still not sure what we're going to do with the deck lid. I kind of want to just smooth it off and see how it looks, and then just throw it on here. By throw it on here, I mean just not catch my fingers in it. So let me get you over there. It's a long walk. Anyway, let me get you over there, and then we'll do that, and then I'm going to kind of give you an idea of what maybe the foreman was looking at for the trophy, It's still similar, but she had a pretty good idea. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the workbench there, and I'll show it to you and see what you guys think. So let's get over here. Once again, pro dad tip: don't lose your remote for the thing when you had it in your hand and now you don't know where it is. Anyway, so here's what it looks like now. Just lower it down just a little bit more. I have the light there. You can still see it's a little bit wet. You know, you got some blue here and here. That sunset, whatever, is right here. You know, you can kind of see it. But if you kind of take a peek back here, yes, this is a little bit more faded. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna finish it off, but of course, gotta let it dry, you know, and that stuff. But I think it looks pretty darn good. It almost looks like I took it off of this boy right back here, doesn't it? Especially nice right there. So that's kind of what we're looking at, though, you know, as far as for the door. So it doesn't look so out of place. You know, it looks like it would have came off of some, you know, maybe that used to be red at some point, and maybe some black and yellow, and there's some blue hanging out. So, you know, once it dries, and you know, I show you what that looks like tomorrow. That might be a better understanding what it looks like. Because I mean, we still got some stuff that's running here. You know, this stuff. Because let's face it, I mean, this is just almost gone, and I'm happy. But we've still got some things running, so you know, we're still gonna get some more texture in here. I don't know if you can pick them up yet, but there's some runs right here and here, here. It's not as chunky as it was when the blue door was still mainly visible through there. So I guess I'll just click the light off 17 times and turn it off. But anyway, that's kind of what I got going on this guy right here. I think it looks pretty good. We'll see once it dries and it kind of flattens out, because everything was flat except for the yellow, you know, or satin. So I think once we get that dry, and maybe it'll be dry towards the end of the video here, or for tonight anyway. I'll show you again, but I think it looks pretty good. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments, you know, the thing. I always appreciate those, especially if I'm doing something that, you know, I don't know, whatever. But, oh, here's the best part about this kind of painting. Doesn't matter if you get stuff like dirt or texture or whatever in this paint, because it should feel rough to the touch. I mean, this isn't smooth, so, you know, it should feel like it's been on here for 40 years instead of 17 minutes. So, but yeah, so basically what I did is I just kind of held her back, you know, sometimes way back here, and just kind of, and just let it happen. You know, there's some splatters, and, you know, it just, you know, think about maybe where the sun would hit, you know, up here. I've got more blue up here on the top, because, you know, you'd be hanging your arm on it. And then, you know, on the edges, maybe because you banged it against something. But, and then we got some just random blue spots that just I didn't cover. But the key is to make it look like it's been around for a long time. And I think I accomplished that. But we'll have to make sure. The one thing I have found about this is that if you don't like it, well, you can sand it off and redo it, or you can just sand it and give it a little bit more worn look. You know, maybe get down to that blue, or who knows what's under that blue, I don't know. But if you don't like it, you know, take a sander to it, or honestly, just take a rag to it and push. See if you can get some more texture, you know. If you don't like a brighter spot, just rub on it. Hey, I already brought that down and that down. Because the paint's still tacky, so you can do whatever you want. You know, I told Arca one time, I'm not much of a painter, but I can make things look worse. There we go. Definitely not a professional, but I have painted I've painted two vehicles kind of like this. I think they both turned out pretty good in the end. I did have to paint one whole one twice because I really didn't like the way it looked. But after the second time, it did look a lot more original, or a lot more like this instead of just brown. So there's one more time. And it's definitely not matching because it's, you know, shiny, and I'll take a Scotch-Brite to it and probably knock down any shiny parts and kind of see what happens. So let's get you over there and we'll kind of do some other stuff and stand by. Okay, so I am going to take a wire brush to these and just kind of clean them up a little bit, of course, so I can weld on them easier. But what Form was thinking, of course, use the base, you know, kind of like straight up and down. But instead of having the hexagon that's right here in the middle, let's see that a little better. Yeah, the hexagon right in the middle there, shown less. She thought maybe what we could do is cross them over more, you know, something like this. So the diamond's smaller, but more wrenchy. Is that, if that's a word? You know, something like that, maybe. You know, something like that. But of course, you know, centered, because, you know, like something like this, I think is what she was talking about. And of course, we still have other stuff that we can put on here, you know, like this. This is kind of what she was thinking, so it looks more wrenchified. But I don't know. I mean, we still, of course, have, you know, like this option. You know, we can, you know, we can do, I mean, we can literally do anything we want. I mean, that we were given 0 parameters, so that's cool. I mean, we could go like this. We could, you know, angle these up like that, so they're, you know, that one, like Peyton was talking about flames and stuff, you know, put this underneath like that. So I mean, we really have a lot of options. So let's be done with this for now, and we'll do something else. All right, something we're running into that I really am not super happy about is our firewall here. As you can see, you know, it's kind of, the engine sits back here, right? And we got a firewall, it's got to kind of tuck underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the fuel tank off and see if I can slip the firewall in, you know, and see if I can clean it up in here. And I'll probably do that soon to do that, because we got to get this thing ready for the show. And I also have to, you know, bolt this guy down. But you can see, you know, this big open area. It would be nice if we could close it off some. And then I still have to come up with an idea for a floor, because, you know, we need floors for cars and stuff, or you're sitting on a torque tube. And I don't think anybody wants to do that. I mean, it might be fun, but who knows? So really what we got to do is fix that issue right there. And I hope I don't have to cut it too much. If I do, I do, but I don't really want to. I mean, I'm not afraid to do it, but, you know, still. And I know we talked about this already. I have an idea for that. You know, I told you about the all thread idea. We have, you kids, always remember to pick up your, after you're done making your door look like garbage, you know, pick up your stuff so you don't kick it. You know, we have to kind of close up some of these and that kind of deal. So let me show you the next stuff. Okay, so this is kind of I noticed this underneath. Yeah, look at that. It's like, I'm happy to be a Model A floor. I don't know if it is or not, but anyway. So this is what came with the car as the stabilizer for that steering column. And I'm hoping to use it again if I can. You know, if I got to cut it and move this, I can definitely do that. Because it's already here. It's just bolted on the bottom. And this is already cut out nice, so I'm hoping to use that as the pattern. I just got to do a little bit more, and I think I can get this to fit up there. And that would be good if for just the simplicity. And it would be nice to have some sort of floor in here. And then I got to get some wires moved, you know, like I showed you. but we plan on doing that here very, very soon. And this one should be coming along pretty good. I mean, it's got some stuff yet to do, of course, but what car doesn't? I mean, if we're gonna race, I gotta get Clyde 100%-ish. You know, 91 would be good. You know, get rid of that stumble. But that's okay. And then I'm just going to show you some other stuff we're working on the Roadster, and then I think I'm going to call it for the night. I know I'm not doing a whole lot, but just going to want to show you what's happening with it. So, just going to show you here. So when I come out here at night to make sure the garage is locked up, I usually grab a hammer and dolly, and now I'm up to here. So, you know, I was down here and I've moved up. This is actually really good. Now I'm working in this spot, you know, right here. And you can see, you know, the difference from here all bumpy to this. So what I do is, you know, for 10-15 minutes at a time, I just work on it, you know, and I still have the one down here on the wheel well, but it's actually much, much better. Let me show you. If you remember, this one was a lot more boogered up. Well, just a few taps here and there, you know, walking by, and just kind of, it was a practice tap. Give her a few taps and the dolly, and it's actually really good. I've gotten a lot of the low spots out of here. There's still one more back here, but I've really gotten a lot of these out by just pounding the snot out of it with from the inside with a bigger hammer. And you know, it's actually going to be, I think it's going to come along okay. Our goal is to get this done here, right here, right? Get this done, and then just to kind of help Peyton along. You guys remember how bumpy this was? Now it's still pretty bumpy, but I've just been working this a little bit. I'll take the dolly. I've been using, you know, this one mainly right now. And this one I've been using the flatter side. I don't know what this is called. Let's call it a Schmenkman dolly. I don't know what it's called, but you know, and then I just kind of go back here and I just keep nice light taps. You know, nice light taps, and you know, Peyton was really doing good right here. This is where she was working, and then we kind of ran out of steam for that night. Now I've got a big low spot right here. You can see that right there. So what I'm going to do is, you know, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to, you know, give her the business out at the back end. So, but basically all I've been doing is I take a spot for 10 or 15 minutes a night and I just work on it. You know, clear the old melon before bed kind of thing, and it's really been helpful. By helpful, I mean, you know, it's been all right as far as for, you know, helping a guy clear his head before bed, which is pretty cool. I do have that part for the other hammer. I think Peyton wants me to make her one, but I think I'm going to go for more, you know, zombie smasher. This time I might be a little more aggressive. I don't know. Now this is just kind of a lot of talking, not a lot of doing here, the first part of this video. But I think what we've got coming up though is going to be pretty good. So I'm going to have, next time when we're back out here, Peyton's going to be working on these dents here on the tail panel, and I'm going to take the sander to this guy and just kind of see what happens. You know, I mean, what's the worst going to happen? I got to paint it? Oh no. We all saw how good it was. I mean, let's face it, it's, you know, it's a C- job at best, but I mean, come on. These are degrees, kids. All right, so let's see how it looks now. I kicked that thing all the way over there. That paint can is now all the way over there. So that's fun. I think it might be gone forever. Well, until the next time to clean it anyway. So if you can see, I'm not sure how much texture you guys can see on here, but there is a lot. I mean, you can feel it, you can see it here. You know, I'm really pleased with how it came out. I really wish I wouldn't have oversprayed here, but that's okay. You know, I mean, what's the worst that's gonna happen? I gotta sand it off. So don't be afraid to get after this. I honestly, the first one I did, I took 7 cans of spray paint and a 64 Ford pickup, and it rained on me. Worked great. Actually, let me show you what the pickup started out like. So if you can see that pickup right there, that was that color. And then my 27, that was all black. And you can see that I did a kind of the full finish on it. That was its first iteration, but it couldn't have been smooth because the bodywork was kind of bad on the back end and it was black and you could have seen everything. And this thing, I mean, hey, how's it going? This one was super, super clean. I mean, the metal, there was no rust on that thing. And it was out of Colorado. I call it my farm truck because you should have seen how many helper springs that had on it. It was like all of them. Like you literally bought all the springs and put them on there. But these are some of my cars from the past. They're my girls when Peyton was tiny and listened. I'm a Barracuda. I missed that car. I'd love to have it back. Well, another one anyway. And then my Buick and Chevy and Clementine. That was Peyton's favorite car right there. But yep, that's some of them. Definitely not all. Well, this video went kind of long, so I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna end this one, and we'll have to get after some of the actual work on the next one because it's getting late and I got pounding on the car to do, and I want to get Peyton out here doing that. We got to get these circles off. You know, they're pretty bad. Besides, it makes it look like we haven't done anything, and well, we really haven't. So, but yeah, when we next video we'll actually start doing some more work. I'll have Peyton back out here. She just was tired tonight. So, but I appreciate everybody watching and spending your time with Peyton and I. It really means a lot to us, especially to Peyton. She loves when I read the awesome comments you guys leave. We really appreciate those, and I know it makes her feel great. So on that note, don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep on wrenching. Have a great day.